The pineal gland remains one of humanity's greatest enigmas, a hidden portal that, according to many, holds the key to understanding dimensions beyond the physical world, connecting us to the spiritual realm, subtle energies, and consciousness itself. Since ancient times, sages and philosophers have speculated about its true purpose. Descartes, for instance, boldly claimed that this tiny gland was the true seat of the soul. But what makes it so special? What is it about this small yet mysterious structure that has captivated thinkers for centuries? In this video, we will dive deep into the profound mysteries of the pineal gland and the so-called third eye, exploring its possible hidden functions and the dormant powers many believe lie within it. And by the end, we'll share a simple yet surprisingly powerful practice that may help you awaken this essential aspect of your existence. So, if you want to understand how this tiny structure can influence your perception of reality, stay with us until the end. Calcite crystals. Much has been said about the pineal gland and its role in awakening consciousness. But there's one often overlooked detail, something that might be the key to unlocking its true potential: the presence of calcite crystals within it. At first glance, this might seem ordinary. After all, crystals can form in various parts of the body, like inside the ears. But why, specifically, are they found in the pineal gland? What does this truly mean? To understand this, we first need to grasp the nature of crystals. They are not just inert elements of nature. In reality, they possess remarkable properties. Crystals can store and transmit energy, acting as resonators of electromagnetic frequencies. And this isn't just an esoteric theory, it's a well-established principle in modern technology. Most radios, for example, use crystal components to ensure precise signal transmission. Cell phones and countless electronic devices also rely on this same technology to send and receive information. Now, think about this. If science has already proven that crystals can function as frequency transmitters and receivers, what happens when crystals exist inside our own bodies? More specifically, inside the very gland that has been associated with spiritual perception and higher consciousness for centuries, the answer could completely change the way we see reality. If the crystals within the pineal gland truly function as biological antennas, this means we are constantly receiving and transmitting information, even if unconsciously. Many artists, inventors, and geniuses throughout history have reported receiving their inspirations from a mysterious source, as if they were mere channels for something greater. Could this connection occur through the pineal gland? Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest visionaries in history, openly spoke about this. He claimed that his inventions weren't simply products of logic, but ideas that came to him, as if they were from a higher plane. Beethoven, Michelangelo, and countless other masters of art and science also described similar experiences. What if this natural antenna we carry within our brains is the true bridge between our consciousness and a vast field of universal knowledge? In various spiritual traditions, the pineal gland is considered the physical counterpart of the so-called third eye. In Hinduism, it is linked to the sixth chakra, known as ajna, which means perception and command. This energy center is connected to intuition, mental power, and the ability to see beyond ordinary sight. In ancient Egypt, we find the representation of the Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection, power, and clairvoyance. Interestingly, anatomical studies show that this symbol bears a striking resemblance to the internal structure of the brain, where the pineal gland is located. In esoteric teachings, the third eye is described as the key to accessing higher realities, expanding consciousness, and understanding the universe in its entirety. The activation of this energy center would allow one to transcend material limitations and establish a direct connection with the divine. But if this is true, how can we awaken this potential? In the next few minutes, we'll share a simple yet incredibly effective practice to activate this forgotten part of our being. If you feel there's something more beyond what the eyes can see, stay with us. The best is yet to come. Imagine having a hidden sense, a perception beyond ordinary sight, a doorway to the expansion of consciousness, to elevated intuition, and to connection with higher dimensions of existence. This door has always been within us, yet it's been forgotten over time. The third eye, or sixth chakra, is a powerful energy center. Its awakening not only transforms our perception of reality, but also elevates our state of consciousness, allowing us to transcend the limitations of the ego and dissolve negative emotions that influence our lives and our health. When we practice developing this center, we immerse ourselves in a profound process of self-awareness, a journey of self-analysis that leads to spiritual awakening and a connection to the transcendental. This requires letting go of the pains of the past, accepting the lessons life has brought us, and above all, trusting our own essence. But there's an essential detail in this journey. Rather than resisting the challenges that arise, we must learn to flow with them, understanding them as opportunities to expand and elevate our consciousness. The third eye is not just a spiritual metaphor, it has a physical manifestation in the human body. And here is where we enter one of the most fascinating mysteries of science and spirituality, the pineal gland. Located in the center of the brain, the pineal gland, also called the pineal body, is an endocrine organ found in all humans, and even some animals. It is shaped like a small pine cone and is responsible for producing hormones such as melatonin and serotonin. But why has this gland been the subject of so many mysteries and spiritual studies over the centuries? Many believe its function goes beyond conventional medical explanations. In esoteric tradition, the pineal gland is considered the physical manifestation of the third eye, a portal for intuitive perception, telepathic communication, and even the vision of subtle energies, such as auras and vibrational fields. Moreover, inside this gland, there are calcite crystals, a detail often overlooked but of utmost importance. Did you know that crystals have the ability to store and transmit energy? They are used in advanced technology, such as radio transmitters, cell phones, and quartz clocks. Now imagine this same technology existing within our very own brain. Could these crystals allow the pineal gland to function as a biological antenna, capturing and transmitting frequencies that go beyond ordinary perception? If this is true, then our minds may be far more powerful than we realize. The connection between the third eye and the pineal gland is not a new concept. Ancient civilizations already spoke of this hidden perception and left behind symbols and teachings that continue to intrigue researchers and spiritual seekers today. In ancient Egypt, we find the Eye of Horus, one of the most powerful symbols. In Egyptian culture, it represents protection, power, and inner wisdom. Interestingly, if we look at the internal anatomy of the human brain, we can see that the Eye of Horus bears a striking resemblance to the structure of the pineal gland. Could this be mere coincidence, or did the ancient Egyptians already know this secret? In Hinduism, the third eye is represented by the Ajna chakra, located in the center of the forehead, between the eyebrows. It symbolizes intuition, mental clarity, and a connection to higher planes of existence. Many Indian spiritual practices include meditation techniques to activate this energy. In Taoism, it is believed that through proper training, a person can tune into the vibration of the universe and reach deep meditative states. For Taoists, the third eye is the eye of the mind, capable of seeing beyond the illusion of the physical world. In Christianity, there are references to an invisible eye, a metaphor for the ability to discern between good and evil. Some Christian mystics speak of the mind of Christ as a form of heightened consciousness, similar to the concept of the third eye. In Theosophy, Helena Blavatsky suggested that the pineal gland was once a real physical eye in primitive human races, but over time, it atrophied and became a dormant organ within the brain. If so many cultures mention this same concept, are we facing a forgotten ancestral knowledge? And more importantly, is it possible to reactivate this hidden potential within us? The answer lies in practice. Many techniques can help awaken the third eye. However, this is a deeply personal process. Each individual experiences this opening uniquely. First and foremost, it's essential to understand that the third eye is not a supernatural power, but rather a natural ability that can be developed through practice, patience, and acceptance of its multidimensional nature. Today, I want to share with you a simple yet profoundly effective technique. This practice uses visualization, intuition, and expanded perception to stimulate the pineal gland and strengthen its connection to higher states of consciousness. Step-by-step technique. Find a quiet place. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Relax completely. Focus your attention on the point between your eyebrows. This is the center of the third eye. Breathe deeply. With each inhale, imagine a violet or golden light forming at this point. Feel the energy intensifying. Visualize a portal or a flame igniting. Don't force the experience. Just observe what arises. Stay receptive. You may begin to perceive colors, images, or even spontaneous insights. Express gratitude. At the end of the practice, breathe deeply a few times and thank the experience. You can repeat this exercise daily, always with an open mind and without rigid expectations. Over time, you may notice subtle changes in the way you perceive the world. Sharper intuition, greater mental clarity, or even symbolic and synchronistic experiences in everyday life. Many practitioners report that, upon activating the third eye, they begin having more vivid dreams, lucid dream experiences, and even sensations of deep connection with something greater. And remember, this process is not just about seeing beyond, but also about understanding yourself and awakening to your true essence. Now, I invite you to try this practice for yourself. And if you feel something different, share your experience. What did you discover? What has changed in your perception? The awakening has already begun. Practice a journey within. Now I invite you to a deep experience, a journey into yourself. Find a quiet space, a place where you can sit comfortably, with your eyes closed, free from distractions. With each breath, bring your attention to a single point, the space between your eyebrows, the center of the third eye. Feel the air entering gently as you inhale and slowly leaving as you exhale. Each breath is a bridge, taking your consciousness to a deeper state. Now visualize a vibrant energy beginning to form at this point. It could be a light, a subtle warmth, or simply a sense of presence. With each inhale, this energy intensifies, filling the center of your third eye. With each exhale, it stabilizes, creating a subtle but powerful magnetic field. And then perhaps you'll feel a tingling, a pulse, an invisible force that seems to expand from that point. When you feel this presence, stay with it. Allow yourself to immerse in this expanded state of awareness. Now mentally ask a question, declare an intention. For example, where can I find what I'm searching for? Show me the way. Or perhaps, inspiration, come to me. Show me the vision for my art, my creation, my journey. Gratitude opens doors. The more grateful you are for what you receive, the more the flow of insights and ideas will intensify. And remember, the answers don't have to come immediately. They may appear as fleeting images, feelings, symbols, or perhaps later in dreams, synchronicities, or subtle messages that the universe will send at the right moment. But for that, you must remain receptive, without rigid expectations, without haste. This practice is not just a mental exercise, it's a realignment, a fine-tuning between you and the vastness of universal consciousness. If all this seems mysterious, consider a curious fact. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest geniuses of humanity, used a similar method to conceive his inventions. He would close his eyes, quiet his mind, and then he would receive detailed images of his creations, as if they already existed in some other plane, waiting only to be brought into reality. Tesla said he didn't create anything on his own. He believed he was connecting to a greater source of wisdom, something some call universal consciousness, God, or the creative source. What if this same source were available to all of us? What if, by activating our inner perception, we could access answers, inspirations, and directions we could never have imagined on our own? The truth is, we are like antennas. What we tune into, we receive. If we align ourselves with fear, chaos, and doubt, we only pick up noise. But when we open ourselves to clarity, intuition, and trust, the messages come through clearly, like radio waves tuned to the right frequency. If at any moment you feel apprehensive, remember, this practice is natural. It doesn't awaken anything that isn't already within you. The key lies in your intention. Your mindset determines what you receive. So, approach this process calmly, with positivity, with joy. Try it. Discover for yourself. Only through personal experience can you understand the truth of your own being. And always remember, when the external light fades, the light of our inner world begins to shine. Thank you for being here. See you on the next journey. Now, as we reach the end of this revealing expedition, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for staying with us until the end. Your dedication and curiosity are the fuel that drives us to explore, demystify, and share these intriguing stories. I want to share something special with you. As a fan of the Map of Higher Self channel, you are about to embark on a unique journey of self-discovery and mental formation. I present to you the Map of Higher Self, a revolutionary ebook that will redefine your mental reality. As the creator of this content and leader of the Map of Higher Self channel, I'm sharing my deepest experiences and valuable lessons with you. Each chapter of this ebook is a reflection of my journey, filled with practical lessons I've lived and transformed into wisdom. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Click the link in the pinned comment and start your journey towards self-knowledge and positivity today. Imagine yourself for a moment as one of the ancient explorers who ventured into unknown territories, guided only by the flame of curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. Every piece of information, every symbol deciphered, is like a map leading us deeper into the labyrinth of the unknown. And just like those explorers, you too are now a little closer to the truth, carrying with you a new understanding of the forces that shape our world. Your presence here is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable contribution to a vibrant community of curious and knowledge-seeking individuals. Every view, every comment, every like is a step we take together toward a deeper and collective understanding. You are not just a spectator, you are a partner in this journey of discovery. So, as we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on today's revelations and prepare for the next steps. We will continue unraveling secrets, questioning established truths, and exploring the mysteries around us. Your participation is essential, not just for the growth of this channel, but for the expansion of our horizon of knowledge. Until the next discovery. And remember, The real power lies in questioning and understanding what is beyond the visible. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected especially for you. They're packed with deep knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you'll love. Click on one of them and continue your journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of wisdom with the amazing content our channel has to offer.